UFC 264, real or not, the old Conor McGregor is gone forever. Dustin Poirier is a top light heavyweight. The UFC's 264 main event only lasted one round, but Dustin did plenty in his victory over Conor to prove he deserves the first title shot at Charles Oliveira. Is Poirier already the best lightweight in the world? As for Conor McGregor, the misstep that caused a serious leg injury brought the fight to an abrupt end. Is an elite version of Conor a thing of the past? And where does he go from here? Kai, can you pull up Grover's Instagram post about Conor? Everybody must read this. By the way, shout out to Tim. He just sent me 3 nice Air Jordan shoes, each one of them. Real
Sweet.
sick shoes he sent me.
Like Michael's from the game?
His book just became a New York Times bestseller. Sick book. If you haven't ordered, you ought to do it. Okay. When Conor McGregor lost to Khabib, he was exposed by the limelight and has never found his way back to the true darkness that had allowed him to win. Winning won't accept this version of Conor because this Conor still thinks and acts like he's winning, and winning knows he is not. Let me read that one more time. Winning won't accept this version of Conor because this Conor still thinks and acts like he's winning, and winning knows he's not. This loss to Dustin is about so much more than an injury. If you've read Winning, you get this. He hasn't taken that necessary bus ride back to hell. Winners know that in order to repeat, they have to get on that bus along with all their demons and monsters and skeletons asking, now what? Conor can't answer them because that bus ride needs to be taken in silence. Winning requires real talk or no talk at all. The only thing you hear are the silencing of your heartbeat and the shortening of your breath as you approach hell. You have no choice. You can either commit to taking the bus ride to hell and fight your way back to winning, or hell will come for you anyway, snatch your heart out of your chest, and make you watch it stop as you take your last breath and you lose forever. That's the difference between taking yourself to hell and hell taking you. One you can control, the other you are done. More in Winning, read it. There you go. Thoughts on Conor?
I mean, dude, this guy's got credibility galore because this is exactly what Michael Jordan did year in and year out. I mean, this is what Tim Grove is known for, working with MJ.
What do you think? Is
with
Conor
Kobe.
done, though? Do you think Conor's done?
Yes. As an elite MMA fighter, there's absolutely no question. You cannot even make the argument that he's not. It's impossible to make that argument. I think Dana White has a real problem because he doesn't really have a stable of stars outside of Conor McGregor. That's why they keep doing what they're doing. I mean, have you guys ever been to a live UFC fight?
Yes.
I mean, the energy is just
Sick.
simply off the charts. I've been to 2 title fights in Vegas. Absolutely
Which
incredible.
fights?
I went, well, my friend is Ryan Bader. So he fought twice. Once he fought John Jones, and then he fought Ortiz.
assume he lost to
He
John
lost
Jones.
both those, unfortunately, but he's doing great in Bellator. But Dana White has a problem. He doesn't have any stars. Now, it's not going to hurt the business. They just brought in $175 million from a crypto company for their biggest sponsorship ever last week.
was
But
all
you know
over
what?
that
Conor
thing.
McGregor is the next, wait for it, Ronda Rousey. That's all he is right now. He's nothing more. He's nothing more than that. His next step,
bigger than Ronda
No,
Rousey,
no, time
bro.
out.
Come
No,
on.
he in the MMA, he's not. His next fight is going to be against Jake Paul because it'll be for 9 figures easy. Dana White will eventually get behind it and have to promote him. I think that's why he keeps him relevant in UFC so
Beat
he
the
can sanction
snot out
that
of
fight.
Jake Paul.
But you know what? That's the one I'd watch. I'm not interested in watching Conor fight in the UFC anymore. He's not at that level. He's not at the elite
You
level.
know, it's funny. You brought up something last week when you said, look, if there's ever a time that Dana White makes a phone call to Dustin Poirier and says, look, here's here's a couple bucks, take this hit. That clearly didn't happen. He didn't get that phone call.
Well, first of all, I like the approach Conor took with the fight. He started with the kicks. I like the way he started the fight. But the moment he went on the ground, Gerard was saying this yesterday, this guy, to learn how to wrestle and be on the ground, I mean, you have to learn how to get out of it. For 4 minutes, he was stuck, and Dustin wasn't even pounding this guy. He wasn't even destroyed. But what happens when you're down there is you're going to lose all the stamina. You can't last when you get – the moment he got up, the last 15 seconds, I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah.
The 15 seconds when he got up, did you see his energy? Did you see like he was done? Like he didn't have the energy anymore, which means stamina's a problem. I told the guys my prediction was if Conor wins, he wins in the first round. If it goes past first round, Dustin wins. No question. By the way, if he wouldn't have broken his leg, his ankle, say that wouldn't have happened to his ankle.
I think we got the shit kicked out of him in round 2.
Oh, it would have been
He's
done in the
knocked
second
out,
round.
and it's even worse, and he's a bloody mess. But you know what? His strength, his success came from his feet. So if he can't have that as a weapon anymore, I mean, he's broken his leg twice now with kicks. So, I mean, his number one strength has been completely neutered from him. So there's no way he can compete at that level because he's not a boxer or a wrestler.
Let me tell you something. You brought up a good point here that I don't know where UFC goes from here, because I would call myself a casual fan, meaning I don't know much about UFC, but if Conor McGregor's fighting, I'm gonna watch it. Now without Conor, I don't know who I would give two shits about.
I don't think
about
so. Listen, I get that.
I'm just saying I wouldn't go watch Dustin Poirier fight
not Dustin,
Billy McGillicuddy.
But you're
going to
watch. Let me explain
no,
to you.
I'm not.
I promise you're going to watch.
It's not happening, Pat.
Okay. Let me tell you why you're going to watch.
Yeah.
Here's why you're going to watch. Okay. Never underestimate the power of a Dana White. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.